The boardroom on the 48th floor was designed to intimidate. Glass walls, black marble floors, a table so long it required microphones. On paper, today was a routine emergency meeting. In reality, it was a funeral without flowers. My mother's seat at the head of the table was empty for the first time in 37 years. She had built this pharmaceutical logistics company from a 2-room office and a borrowed truck into a $1.1 billion global operation. Hospitals across 3 continents relied on our cold chain systems. Lives literally moved through our warehouses. And now, she was gone. My cousin Rahul stood up before the legal counsel could even open his folder. "Before we begin," Rahul said smoothly, adjusting his cufflinks, "I'd like to address leadership continuity." I felt my jaw tighten. He didn't look sad. He looked prepared. "My aunt always believed in decisive action," he continued, "and the board knows she groomed me to step in as interim CEO." Interim. The word hovered like smoke. Across the table, his wife Neha nodded, already scrolling through her tablet. She was wearing white, not mourning white, power white, the kind influencers wear when they're about to announce a rebrand. "This company needs vision," Neha added without being asked. "We can't afford emotional delays." I looked around the room. Board members avoided my eyes. To them, I was background noise, the operations director, the one who fixed recalls at 2 a.m., smoothed regulatory disasters, flew economy while others flew private. Rahul had the last name. I had the workload. He turned to me with a sympathetic smile. "Of course, Anya will remain invaluable. Someone has to manage logistics while leadership focuses on growth." Logistics. The same word people use for trash pickup. I didn't speak. I never did. That was mistake number 1 they'd made for years. Because silence, when mistaken for weakness, becomes leverage. The general counsel finally cleared his throat. Before any leadership declarations, Mrs. Mehra requested that a message be played. Rahul waved his hand dismissively. "Of course. A farewell." A screen descended from the ceiling. The lights dimmed, and then my mother appeared. Not frail, not sick. She was sitting at her desk, glasses on, posture straight. The woman who had negotiated with governments and stared down monopolies. She looked irritated. "I'll keep this brief," she said, her voice calm but sharp, "because I hate wasted time." A ripple of discomfort moved through the room. "Rahul," she continued, eyes locked on the camera, "if you're watching this from the boardroom, that means you've already tried to take my chair." Rahul laughed nervously. "Classic auntie," he whispered. My mother didn't smile. "You always mistook access for authority," she said, "and charm for competence." The screen split. On one side, my mother. On the other, internal performance reports. Red everywhere. "Let's review your leadership initiatives," she said. A chart appeared. Project Skyvault. Cost $18 million. Status abandoned after compliance failure. Digital rebrand campaign, $7.4 million. ROI negative. Dubai expansion, $22 million. Shut down after licensing violations. Neha's tablet slipped from her hands. Rahul leaned forward. "These were strategic risks." "Failures," my mother corrected. "Paid for by the company and approved because you were family." The board was frozen. "I allowed this," she continued, "because I needed data. I needed proof." She leaned closer to the camera. While Rahul played CEO, someone else was running the company. The screen changed. Emails, audit trails, crisis logs. My name, over and over. Cold storage breach, resolved. Government recall, prevented. Cyber attack, contained. Supply disruption during pandemic, rerouted in 36 hours. "You never noticed her," my mother said quietly, "because real leadership doesn't announce itself." Rahul stood up. "This is manipulation. You were sick." "I was dying," my mother said, "not stupid." A legal document filled the screen. 5 years ago, she continued, Rahul signed a deferred compensation agreement tied to performance metrics. Rahul's face drained of color. "You didn't read it. You never do." Highlighted text zoomed in. "Failure to meet performance benchmarks results in forfeiture of voting shares and executive eligibility." "I invoked that clause last quarter," my mother said. The room erupted. "That's not possible," Rahul shouted. "I'm the successor." "No," she said calmly. "You were the experiment." The screen changed again. A transfer confirmation. Majority shareholder, Anya Mehra. My breath caught. "I didn't give her the company," my mother said. "She earned it." She softened, just slightly. "Anya, I'm sorry it took me so long to say this out loud. I watched you carry weight that wasn't yours. I watched you protect this company while others drained it." She looked straight into the camera. "Take the keys, clean house." The video ended. No one spoke. Rahul turned to the board. "This is illegal. She can't." The general counsel closed his folder. "It's airtight." Neha whispered, "You told me this was secure." Rahul looked at me then. Really looked. And for the first time, I saw fear. "You wouldn't do this. We're family." I already did. I slid an envelope across the table. Termination. Non-compete. Repayment schedule for personal expenses charged to the company. Neha stood up abruptly. "We're leaving." Rahul didn't move. The security director appeared at the door. "Escort them out," I said. They left without applause, without legacy. When the doors closed, the board turned toward me. I didn't give a speech. I didn't need to. "I'll see you all tomorrow," I said. "We have shipments to move." That night, I slept for 8 uninterrupted hours for the first time in a decade. Not because I'd won, but because the company was finally safe.